Hi, this is Nancy at Candy Mountain Goat Farm. Today, I will be giving you tips, tricks, and techniques for training your goats. Let's get into it. I bet you didn't know that goats are smarter than they look. Goats have a natural curiosity and a knack for problem solving that rivals many other animals. They're always learning, watching, and figuring out how to get what they want. Whether it's finding a way to reach that tasty leaf or figuring out how to open a latch, goats are constantly using their brains. That's why training them ain't just about teaching tricks. It's about building a partnership. When you work with a goat, you're engaging in a two-way conversation where both of you are learning and adapting. Goats are natural problem solvers. They love challenges and puzzles, and they can be trained to perform a variety of tasks. From navigating obstacle courses to using puzzle feeders, their intelligence shines through. Ever watch them navigate a rocky hillside? That's some impressive footwork. Their agility and balance are remarkable, and they use these skills to explore their environment and stay safe. They use that same smarts to understand their world, including you. Goats are very perceptive and can read human body language and emotions. They know when you're happy, sad, or stressed, and they respond accordingly. When you take the time to train your goats, you're tapping into that intelligence and building a bond based on trust and communication. This bond makes it easier to manage them and enhances their quality of life. And trust me, a well-trained goat is a joy to have around the farm. They're not just livestock. They're companions who bring joy and laughter to your daily routine. They're easier to handle, less likely to get into mischief, and just plain more fun to be around. So next time you see a goat, remember, there's a lot more going on behind those curious eyes than you might think. Just like with kids, the earlier you start training your goats, the better. Baby goats, or kids as we call them, are like little sponges soaking up everything around them. That's why it's the perfect time to introduce them to all sorts of new experiences. Don't go overdoing it though. Start slow, with gentle handling and lots of positive reinforcement. Let them get used to being touched, pick up their feet, and maybe even try a little lead training. The key is to make it fun and rewarding. A little bit of sweet feed or a scratch behind the ears goes a long way in building trust and confidence. Now, when it comes to training, positive reinforcement is where it's at. That means rewarding the behavior you want to see more of. And what do goats love more than anything? Food, of course. Small treats like little pieces of fruit or veggies are a great way to let your goats know they're doing a good job. You can also use a clicker. It might sound strange, but that little click-click sound can become a powerful tool for communication. Here's how it works. Every time your goat does something right, you click the clicker and immediately give them a treat. They'll quickly learn to associate the click with something positive, making training a whole lot easier. Now, I know some folks think training animals is all about showing them who's boss. But let me tell you, that ain't the way to win a goat's heart. Goats are prey animals, which means they're naturally afraid of anything that seems threatening. If you try to force them into doing something they don't want to do, you'll only make them scared and less likely to trust you. Instead, focus on building a relationship based on respect and understanding. Be patient, be kind, and let your goats know you're on their side. That's how you create a bond that'll last a lifetime. Setting the stage, a goat-friendly classroom. Just like you wouldn't want to learn in a dark, cluttered room where it's hard to see and even harder to concentrate, goats need a comfortable and safe environment to thrive in training. They need space to move around, clean areas to rest, and a sense of security. That means finding a spot that's well lit, free of distractions, and escape-proof. A well-lit area helps them see better and feel more at ease. Trust me, goats are masters at finding the smallest hole in the fence. They are curious creatures and will explore every nook and cranny, or the weakest link in your gate. If there's a way out, they'll find it, so make sure everything is secure. Make sure your training area is secure and goat-proof before you even think about getting started. Reinforce any weak spots and double-check all gates and fences. And don't forget about the little things, the small details that make a big difference. Fresh water, a hay feeder, and nutritious food are essential. Goats need constant access to clean water and a balanced diet to stay healthy, and maybe even a few toys to keep them entertained. Toys can help stimulate their minds and keep them from getting bored. When your goats are relaxed and comfortable, they are in the best state to learn. A stress-free goat is a happy goat. They'll be more receptive to learning and more focused on the tasks at hand. training becomes easier and more effective, and less likely to act up. Well-behaved goats are a joy to work with and can make the training process enjoyable for both you and the goats. Listen up, y'all. Goats talk back without words. Now, goats might not speak our language, although they do love to chatter, but they've got their own way of communicating. And if you want to be a good goat trainer, you gotta learn to listen up. Pay attention to their body language. Are their ears perked up and forward? That means they're interested and engaged. Are their tails swishing back and forth? That could be a sign of agitation or frustration. Even their bleats and baas can tell you a lot about what they're thinking and feeling. Getting to know your goat's individual quirks and communication styles is key to building a strong and successful partnership. Happy goats. Happy you the rewards of training. Now, I know training goats might seem like a lot of work, but trust me, the rewards are worth it. It's not just about the immediate benefits, but also about the long-term relationship you build with your animals. Training can transform your goats from being just livestock to becoming true companions. Imagine being able to take your goats for walks in the woods without them pulling you all over the place. Picture a serene hike where your goats follow you calmly, enjoying the fresh air and the sights just as much as you do. It's a peaceful experience that strengthens the bond between you and your goats. Or how about being able to trim their hooves without a rodeo breaking out? Regular hoof care is essential for their health, and trained goats make this task much easier. No more stress for you or your goats. Just a smooth, efficient process that keeps everyone happy and healthy. Trained goats are safer goats, both for themselves and for the folks around them. They're less likely to escape or get into dangerous situations. A well-trained goat understands boundaries and responds to commands, making it easier to ensure their safety and the safety of others. They're less likely to get into trouble, easier to handle during vet visits, and just plain more enjoyable to be around. Imagine a vet visit where your goat stands calmly, allowing the vet to do their job without any fuss. It makes the whole process quicker and less stressful for everyone involved. Plus, there's nothing quite like the feeling of accomplishment that comes with teaching your goats something new. Whether it's a simple trick or a more complex task, the joy and pride you feel when your goat masters it is unmatched. It's a reflection of your patience, dedication, and the strong bond you share. It's a testament to the bond you've built and the trust you share. Training is not just about commands and tricks. It's about communication and understanding. It's about creating a harmonious relationship where both you and your goats thrive together. So take the time to train your goats and you'll reap the rewards in countless ways. Section 8. Hitting the books goat training resources. Y'all, we live in a wonderful age where information is just a click away. If you're serious about goat training, there's a whole world of resources out there to help you succeed. You've got your books, your websites, your online forums, you name it. Don't be afraid to do a little research and learn from the experts. And don't underestimate the power of connecting with other goat owners. Swapping stories, sharing tips, and learning from each other's experiences is invaluable. After all, who knows goats better than other folks who love them just as much as you do? Section 9. Show off those smarty pants, putting training into action. Now, once you've put in the time and effort to train your goats, don't be shy about showing off their skills. Whether it's teaching them to pull a cart, navigate an obstacle course, or even just come when called, there are endless ways to put their training into practice. And who knows? You might just inspire other folks to see the intelligence and trainability of these amazing creatures. Remember, training should be fun for both you and your goats. So get creative, experiment, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. Section 10, Life Lessons from the Goat Pen, Patience and Consistency. Now, if there's one thing I've learned from years of working with animals, it's that patience and consistency are key. Goats, just like any other critter, learn at their own pace. Some might pick things up right away, while others might need a little more time and encouragement. The important thing is to never give up on them. Stay positive, keep your cool, and remember that every small step forward is a victory. And just when you think they're not paying attention, they'll surprise you with their smarts and willingness to please. Section 11. Goats, the ultimate DIY partners. Y'all, goats ain't just livestock, they're family. They're furry, four-legged partners in crime, always up for an adventure, and maybe a little mischief along the way. And when you take the time to train them, you're not just teaching them tricks, you're deepening that bond and unlocking a whole new level of partnership. So whether you're training for practicality, for fun, or just for the joy of it, embrace the journey. You might just be surprised at what you and your goats can accomplish together. Happy training, y'all! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more goat and homestead content. And if you're ever in beautiful Murphy, North Carolina, come visit us at Candy Mountain Goat Farm. We'd love to see y'all.